Hello everyone and welcome to What's Up Wednesdays. Hi everyone, welcome back to a reinvented weekly video series we call What's Up Wednesdays, where every week we show you what's going on in Kansas City and give some advice on how you can take action within your community. And we're also going to show you what's going on in the world as we get to travel on our exclusive day trips with Alternative Perspective Travel. So if you caught our video last week, I dove deep on my DIY version of a Halloween costume that I'm making and how I was able to find all the pieces for my costume, but how I also use the tools that I recommended last week to find other seasonal items. So if you're looking for things to decorate your home with, those are the resources you want to tap into to save yourself some money this season. This week I wanted to focus on safe events that you can partake in for Halloween season going on this week in Kansas City. So if you are wanting to get dressed up or participate in Halloween festivities but want to be safe about it and maintain those social distancing guidelines, these are the events that you can participate in. The first event I recommend is this Friday and Saturday at the Armour Theater in North Kansas City. They're doing a double feature. They're going to be playing Frankenstein and The Thing. Those are really classic Halloween style movies. It's a good way to participate in a Halloween festivity themed event while safely distancing yourself. So that's a good way to get out and something fun to participate in. Some other events you can participate in that are family friendly as well as great for kids is the Liberty Corn Maze has shaped their corn mazes in the shape of different themes for our sports fans. So you can go out there and kind of weave in and out. This is something my family and I have done a few times, and it gets really creepy at night, so definitely stay with your groups. But it's so much fun to go out there and kind of get lost in the maze for a little bit and kind of play hide and seek if you want with different teams. There are also some trunk or treats going on, so I had read that there's one going on in Overland Park, and that's a great way to get candy for little kids, but in a safer way, of course. So definitely look out for some other trunk or treats going on in your community. I see a lot of them happening at churches nearby, so you can easily find those just by driving around, but most of the time I've seen them early in the morning, so definitely get up and get an early start to that. This Saturday morning at 10 a.m. downtown Lee Summit, they're doing a Booze, Barks, and Badges event. This is a parade for the doggos and other pets to dress up in costumes. They're doing a little bit of a contest, and this is a great way for kids to interact and get in their Halloween costumes as well. So that parade's happening on Saturday morning in downtown Lee Summit. Also Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. at the Mill Day Farm, there's a lot of events going on for families. This is also a free event, so you can bring your families out. They're doing different trunk or treat kind of style activities and all fall kind of related activities. So I'm guessing they're going to have some kind of a hayride and some cider and things like that. So this is a great outdoor event that's free that you can participate in and get outside and have some fun. If you are 21 and up and want to participate in adult-only activities, starting Thursday night to Saturday, the Westport District is hosting a pub crawl. Some of the participating bars include Harpo's, Kelly's, Harry's Nightclub. So that's a great event for adults 21 and up. The way that they're doing it is breaking up into groups. So your group would be sent to different locations to participate in those bars' activities. They're doing an Instagram challenge tagged to it. So if you're out and about doing the pub crawl, tag your photos, and they're giving away a lot of prizes to whatever group accrues the most points. And with it being staggered into different groups, it's allowing them to stay open for these festivities without having a ton of people in there at once. So if you are wanting to dress up as an adult and participate in that, definitely check out that pub crawl. I would recommend, of course, to safely distance as much as possible and do whatever the guidelines tell you to do just to be on the safe side. And finally, the last event I recommend for safe events to do this Halloween weekend is to go out to downtown Kansas City and take photos of the street art. I did a little bit of filming around that area and found this amazing skeleton mural with some ravens, and there's a lot of other character-themed artworks in that area. Also, the Crossroads District is filled with art, as I mentioned in our street art video a few weeks ago. I definitely recommend just kind of getting out, weather permitting, to look at all the art. They make great photo ops, and we would love to see your photos. If you tag our account, we'll just use our hashtag AllPerspectiveTravel, and we'll feature you to our stories. If you are staying home or would like to take your kiddos trick-or-treating, I did find some helpful tips on how to trick-or-treat safely. The first tip that I recommend is to bag your candy in advance. So if you have little snack bags, you can bag those with a couple pieces and recommend that trick-or-treaters only take one, so they're not grabbing into a big collective bowl and you don't have to answer the door and talk face to face with a lot of people, but kiddos can still come to your door and be greeted with a little treat bag. Another thing I recommend to do for trick-or-treating safely is to check online forums on Facebook and other community groups to see what your community is doing. You know, in my neighborhood, we have a Facebook group to alert others of things happening and to just kind of share what's going on. So that's a very helpful resource, and it's specific to the few zip codes that are around our houses. And if there's other houses that you know traditionally do trick-or-treating, or you can send out an alert in those Facebook groups, it's a great way to band together with other houses and your community to kind of do a group collective trick-or-treating. So multiple houses would participate together and decide how many, treat bags they're willing to make and just have that available on their doorsteps. So trick-or-treaters go to very specific houses and the alerts would be out on Facebook so they know exactly where to go. But to collectively share that responsibility with everyone, and that allows everyone to kind of trick-or-treat without having exposure to a lot of different people. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, the trunk or treats are a great way for kids to still get candy and do a little bit of trick-or-treating at a safely distanced place. As I mentioned, there's a lot of churches in our area that open those up, and Facebook and other community forums are a great way to find those. So if you find information on that, definitely share that out, and that's a fun way for kids to participate and be able to dress up in a costume. That is everything I recommend going on for Halloween this week in Kansas City. Ways to still participate this year and to get festive without having to be around a lot of people, and to do it in as safe a way as possible. So if you are dressing up and tag our handle, we'd love to share your costume stories and to share with Kansas City, what we came up with. For those watching and those who participate in other community events, if you do hear of things going on this weekend that you would like to share or know of that are happening, definitely share it to our Facebook group, and we would love to share that out to our community. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you have a very safe and fun Halloween season. And as I mentioned, if you tag our handle at All Perspective Travel wearing your costume, we'd love to share that to our story to show everyone what creative things you came up with. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you next time.